There are many things in the world that cannot be explained, even after thorough examination. Some remain mysteries that baffle everyone, including the scientific community. Join us as we explore these mysterious discoveries that defy science. Number 1. Dropa discs. Beneath the Bayan Karaola Mountains, which run through China and Tibet, lies a labyrinth of caves that are mysteriously interconnected. Its origin is unknown, and scientists are not sure if it is an artificial or natural formation. Researchers have found inside these caves the buried bodies of some human-like species, the most unusual ever found. These caves were accidentally discovered by a team of archaeologists in 1938. Initially, they thought they had found ape remains. However, it is well known that apes do not bury their dead. So what creature did those strange skeletons belong to? Comparisons have shown that they were neither human nor animal, at least not fully human. The skeleton had small limbs and very thin legs, but, compared to their short, weak frames, these creatures had very large heads. A Chinese archaeologist and his team were inspecting the skeletons when they found something even stranger, a circular disc half buried in the cave floor. The disc was made of stone, but it had a hole in the center. On the disc there were inscriptions and a spiral groove around it with 2 rings. Upon closer inspection, it was discovered that these inscriptions appeared to be some type of hieroglyphics. However, this unusual language is not recognized by anyone, and not even ancient writing experts have been able to translate it. Another intriguing discovery are the carvings on the walls depicting the sun, moon, and stars, linked together by small dotted lines. This discovery raises a question: were these creatures trying to communicate with us? It took 20 years for someone to translate the inscriptions on this album. The doctor announced that he had deciphered these signs as a story, but what he discovered was so shocking that the authorities refused to allow him to share his discovery with the world. More than 700 of these discs have been recovered. According to the doctor, they tell the story of a space probe that arrived on Earth from another planet and crashed in this region. Supposedly, the ship's inhabitants came from an advanced civilization with peaceful intentions. However, their more hostile neighbors made coexistence difficult, and they had to flee to other worlds. The doctor's translation was hidden so that the citizens of Earth would not know that life forms exist in some parts of the universe that we have not yet explored. Number 2. Atacama Mummy. In 2003, a mummified skeleton discovered in Chile's Atacama Desert baffled many due to its unusual appearance, which some compared to that of an alien. The skeleton, nicknamed Ata, was only 15 centimeters tall and had very strange features, such as a long skull and fewer ribs than normal. It was speculated that it could be an unknown primate or even an extraterrestrial life form. However, researchers conducted genomic analyses over 5 years and determined that Ata is human, likely a fetus with mutations linked to bone diseases. Genetic mutations explain Ata's bone and musculoskeletal deformities, such as scoliosis and dwarfism. Although some mutations are rare and never seen before, it is speculated that exposure to nitrates in the environment where it was found could have played a role in its formation. Number 3. The Three-Fingered Mummy. Presented to the world by researcher J. J. Mawson, it is one of the most controversial and discussed finds in contemporary archaeology. Discovered in 2017 near Nazca, Peru, this approximately 1.68 m tall mummy has generated intense debate due to its unusual anatomical features, including 3 long fingers on each hand and foot, an elongated skull, and an atypical bone structure. The mummy was subjected to several carbon-14 dating tests, which suggested an age of between 1700 and 1800 years, placing it in the pre-Columbian period. However, the authenticity and origin of the mummy have been the subject of skepticism and controversy within the scientific community. Many experts argue that it could be fraud or an alteration of known human remains. X-ray and CT scan images have shown a bone structure that some researchers consider human, but with modifications. Proponents of the mummy's authenticity, such as Mawson, argue that it could be evidence of an unknown humanoid species or extraterrestrial visitations in ancient times. One of the most intriguing aspects of the mummy is the presence of metal implants inside the body, which has led some to speculate about the advanced technology used by this supposed civilization. Additionally, the mummy's skin appears to be covered in a white substance, possibly used in the mummification process. Number 4. Jade stones with mysterious sculptures. Residents on the outskirts of Puebla, near Veracruz, Mexico, found in March 2017 jade stones with mysterious sculptures that appear to represent humanoid beings with large heads, similar to gray aliens. This finding was reported on Twitter by journalist Javier Lopez Diaz from Cinco Radio. The stones, studied by experts, present engravings that could represent real contact between beings from other worlds and the Mayan or Aztec civilizations. The authenticity of these artifacts seems to be confirmed by the inspection of a nearby cave, where more remains and petroglyphs were found that reproduce scenes of an encounter between extraterrestrial beings and pre-Hispanic cultures. Various sculpted designs can be seen on the documented stones, including spaceships and beings resembling gray aliens. Number 5. The Sky Blue Stone. In 1990, a miner in Sierra Leone stumbled upon a highly anomalous stone, unlike any seen before. Angelo Petroni was exploring West Africa when he discovered a gem of a vibrant sky blue color. After performing carbon dating tests, it was determined that the curious rock fell to Earth between 11,000 and 18,000 years ago. Most notably, laboratory analysis revealed that the composition of the sky blue stone was pure oxygen. This oxygen-rich material comprised 77% of the gem, along with carbon, silicon, calcium, and sodium. The sky blue stone is an enigma. Although it looks like it was made by humans, it was found in rock layers much older than any civilization. Number 6. The skull with a metal implant is one of the most fascinating and mysterious discoveries in modern archaeology. Found at a pre-Columbian site in the Lambayeque Valley, Peru, this skull belongs to the Saican culture, which flourished between 750 and 375 AD. What makes this find extraordinary is the implantation of a metal plate in the skull, apparently performed as an early form of cranial surgery. The plate, made of a gold and copper alloy, was placed to cover a traumatic head injury, possibly caused by a blunt force blow. This procedure shows an advanced level of medical knowledge and surgical skills for the time. Studies of osseointegration, where bone fuses with metal, suggest that the individual survived the surgery, indicating a remarkable understanding of medicine and the skill of pre-Columbian surgeons. The Saican culture is known for its skills in metallurgy, especially in the creation of highly complex ceremonial and ornamental objects. However, the application of these skills in medicine opens new perspectives on the level of technological and scientific development of the ancient civilizations of South America. This implanted skull also raises questions about the purpose of the surgery. Could it have been a medical intervention to save the individual's life, a ritual practice to treat spiritual illnesses, or a combination of both? The precision of the cutting and placement of the plate suggests advanced technique and a deep understanding of human anatomy. In addition, the discovery leads to the debate about the exchange of knowledge between ancient cultures. Some theorize that there may have been contact with other advanced civilizations, allowing for the exchange of medical and technological techniques. In summary, the metal-implanted skull of the Saican culture is a striking testimony to the ingenuity and skill of pre-Columbian civilizations, revealing unknown aspects of their medical knowledge and their ability to perform complex surgical interventions. Number 7. The Roswell Stone is a mysterious object that has sparked great interest and debate among paranormal investigators, ufologists, and UFO enthusiasts. The artifact was discovered in the 2000s in New Mexico, near the site of the famous 1947 Roswell incident, when a suspected UFO crashed in the region. The rock in question is small in size, approximately the size of a hand, and has an oval shape with considerable weight. What really stands out about the Roswell Stone is the design on its surface, a series of geometric engravings that include a circle with a straight line through it, plus other complex symbols that resemble those found on the circles of the crops. A particularly interesting aspect of the Roswell Stone is its unusual magnetism. It has been proven that the rock has magnetic properties that are not common in objects of its type. Some researchers have pointed out that this magnetism could be related to its origin or its possible purpose, although there is no conclusive explanation in this regard. These engravings and their magnetism have led many people to speculate about their extraterrestrial origin, as the designs seem too precise and elaborate to be the work of nature or humans. Additionally, the stone's unusual magnetism adds another layer of mystery to its story. However, the scientific community has expressed skepticism about claims of an extraterrestrial origin for the Roswell Stone. Analysis and laboratory tests have been carried out to determine its composition and possible origin, but no conclusive evidence has been found to support the theory that the rock comes from another world. Some alternative theories suggest that the stone could be a piece of art or a human-made object from a past culture. Despite the controversies, the Roswell Stone remains an object of interest to both researchers and the general public, and its origin and purpose remain an unsolved mystery. Number 8. ALH 84001, known as ALH 84001, is a fragment of a meteorite from Mars that was discovered in the Antarctic region of Allen Hills. It was found on December 27, 1984 by a team of American meteorite hunters from the ANSM project. This meteorite, weighing 1.93 kilograms, belongs to the Shergottite group and is believed to have formed approximately 4.09 million years ago from Martian molten rock. Its Martian origin has not been confirmed by chemical analysis, which revealed the presence of liquid water on the surface of Mars in that period. The discovery of ALH 84001 in Antarctica is due to terrain conditions that make it easier to detect objects that do not belong in the environment. The ANSM project carries out annual expeditions to Antarctica, where they have found impressive rocks. It was Roberta Skor, manager of the Antarctic Meteorite Laboratory, who discovered it in the remote western Allen Hills ice field. Research was carried out in 2005 to study the origin of ALH 84001 and, according to analyses, the meteorite appears to have broken off from Elysium Chasma in the Valles Marineris Canyon due to a meteorite impact approximately 17 million years ago. Radiometric dating studies indicate that ALH 84001 arrived on Earth about 13,000 years ago. This meteorite has generated great interest due to the possible signs of biological life that have been suggested in it. In 1996, a group of experts claimed to have found evidence of Martian microorganisms in the meteorite, sparking intense debate. Although this theory was quickly rejected by the majority of the scientific community, it set a precedent for future advances in the field of astrobiology. Although the existence of Martian life in this meteorite has not been confirmed, its study has been fundamental in exploring the possibility of alien microorganisms on other celestial bodies. This reminds us that even if ALH 84001 did not contain fossilized bacteria, we should not rule out the possibility of extraterrestrial life hidden in the core of other meteorites. Number 9. The Acambaro figures are an intriguing archaeological find discovered by Valdemar J. Rudd, a German amateur archaeologist, in Acambaro, Guanajuato, Mexico. These figures consist of approximately 33,000 tiny ceramic representations that challenge conventional perceptions of history and archaeology. Rudd claimed that the figures resembled dinosaurs, which has sparked controversy and debate over their authenticity. Some consider the figures to be anachronistic and question the coexistence of humans and dinosaurs. However, skeptics point to the lack of formal archaeological excavations and proper documentation, which has raised doubts about the veracity of the findings. Controversy also centers on Rudd's motivations and tactics, suggesting that the figures could be modern fabrications to support a dramatic narrative. The Acambaro figures raise questions about the relationship between humans and dinosaurs, but the lack of solid scientific support and the absence of formal investigations underscore the need for a more rigorous archaeological approach to evaluate their authenticity. Number 10. Mummified mermaid discovered in Kochi, Japan, has generated astonishment and speculation among locals and experts alike. This creature, which measures approximately 30 centimeters long, has an upper part that resembles a human and a lower part similar to the tail of a fish. The mummy, found in an ancient temple, dates back around 300 years and has been the subject of local veneration, considered by some to be a mythical creature with healing properties. The mermaid was subjected to various scientific tests, including DNA analysis and radiological studies, to determine its authenticity. The results of these studies have been mixed and often controversial. Some scientists believe it could be a work of elaborate taxidermy, combining parts of different animals, possibly a monkey and a fish, which was a common practice in Japan and other parts of Asia during certain historical periods to create curiosities. The discovery in Kochi has revived interest in legends of mermaids and sea creatures in Japanese culture. Mermaids, known as ninjyo in Japanese, are described in folklore as creatures that can grant longevity and health to those who consume them, although they can also bring bad luck if captured or damaged. The temple where the mummy was found has seen an increase in the number of visitors, attracted by the legend and mystery surrounding the creature. This phenomenon has sparked a debate about the authenticity and origin of the mummy, raising questions about the intersection between myth, reality, and human fascination with the unknown.